We have Middleton native Shea Ruhly up here to discuss the Wisconsin cross-country programs hosting NCAs. I guess first off, Shea, I mean, how is it to host a meet of this caliber in Madison?
I think it's something that, I've been waiting 6 years for, and I think everyone in Madison at least has been, and Wisconsin I'd say has been waiting 6 years for. I think on Saturday it's going to be one of the coolest experiences, especially with the number of fans we're going to bring in. I think it's just going to be a really great atmosphere, especially for the runners who are going to be in the race.
Shea, you mentioned the fans. What does it mean to run in front of the hometown Madison crowd?
It means everything. The number of people that I don't know that will be screaming Wisconsin, go Badger, go Bucky, as I run by is actually amazing. It happens at Nuttycombe. It happens when Big Tens is hosted here, but when it's gonna happen in nationals, and I know it just moves every single one of our girls 1 inch closer to the finish line, a good way. So.
Could competing in a national championship basically in your hometown ever have crossed your mind when you were growing up? And if it did, what would you have said? How cool is that?
There was I was thinking, wouldn't it be perfect if I went to Wisconsin and my last national championships was at home, and I was that can't happen. There's no way that could happen, and it happened. So I'm gonna make the most of it, and yeah, I never expected it to pan out this way.
Shea, from a team perspective, could you talk about some of the underclassmen, such as Nora and Bella, and talk about really their presence and how they've helped you guys?
Yeah, Nora, for example, she's had a long season because she's been running since one of our first meets, but she has shown growth every single week. She's worked through things, and she's just come out better and better every single time. And I think she's one of those, most of us, Wisconsin runners, that just knows how to get the job done, and she really believes in herself, and we really believe in her, and she'll run for us. So that's kind of how her performances have gone. And then I got Annika, Bella. Those girls have also stepped up to the plate. I think that they've been coming into themselves as they've run over the past year and so, and I think it's finally started to show, which is really awesome. And just mixing that with the older girls that we have, it's been really beneficial to make us a really solid deep team.
Shea, can you talk about what's on your list of things that you're concerned about going into this meet, if at all?
Concerns is just, actually, I don't really think I as a team, I don't think I really have any. I think this is the meet that we've been waiting for, just to leave it all out there. You hold back every single race just to be I still have that one big race to go. Even at regionals last week, we just knew we had to be solid so that we could get to this meet and that we could go in the well and give it everything we have, because this is the one day we've been waiting for all season.
Shea, you mentioned how you've been waiting 6 years to have nationals on your home course. Can you talk a little bit about what you've learned from nationals in the past and what you're looking to take into Saturday?
Yeah, I've watched nationals from the sidelines. I've been in national meets, and I think it's just really about being present in the moment and recollecting all of those times that you put in work, especially on our home course. I've run those Ks over and over and over again. I've run them fast, I've run them slow, but just focusing on the workouts that did go really well and how I was running with my teammates and how we just went really finished really solid, and that was kind of, I don't know, probably what I'll be thinking about as I'm racing nationals.
We have Wisconsin senior Bob Liking, 4-time Big Ten cross-country champion. Bob, your final cross-country meet will be at, the Zimmer Championship course on Saturday. What are your thoughts heading into this race?
I guess it's just crazy. I think since I set foot on a campus when I was a freshman, even during my official visit, this specific meet has been circled on the calendar. So it's crazy that all that time just kind of flew by, and we're finally here. So, a little nervous, but also there's no other place that I've done my NCAA collegiate cross country career.
Bob, we mentioned running at Zimmer. What are some of the technical advantages that you guys will have on your home course on Saturday?
Well, I've had the opportunity to run a lot of big meets at our home course, and I think the biggest thing is that I know where it's going to hurt, and it's a pretty big advantage for our team just because we know where we should push, where should we hold back. But also the hometown fans, it's always fun to have my friends and family at the course. Yeah, I guess. But also, it's nice knowing that where you practice every day is where you're going to have like the biggest meet of the season. I'd say that's a pretty, I don't know, but it just makes you feel comfortable.
And then, Bob, can you talk a little bit about the depth of the team, especially the amount of underclassmen this year?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like what's crazy is as good as we are this year, I think they're going to get better next year, which, pains me a little bit to say because I won't be here and I won't get to be a part of it. But, I mean, there's so many younger guys on our team. I think regionals, we had a very good showing. We stuck together so well. I think we were able to kind of conserve a lot of energy by doing that, and we're coming to this meet pretty strong. But a lot of younger guys, a lot of underclassmen, Christian Duvall, Johnny, just to name a couple. But, they've been doing so well this season, and I have no doubt that they're going to do a good job come Saturday.
Bob, how do you know you're ready?
Mick tells me I'm ready. I don't know. You just get to this late in the season, and you've done so many workouts. It's kind of easy to look back on everything that you've done and take confidence from your training. And that Mick's a good coach, and he set us up well for this.
Having won those 4 Big Ten titles and still knowing that this is the race that's kind of been circled this whole time, is there still another gear as a guy that doesn't understand running very well? Like, is there still another gear still, or do you kind of know what the time you're going to run is and what you need to run?
I really hope I have another gear. I guess I'll figure that out Saturday. But, yeah, I mean, obviously Big Ten's is a big race, and we gear up for that quite a bit. But at the end of the day, this is a meet that we need to do well at. And I think, years past we've kind of struggled a little bit. But this year I think the mood in the locker room's a little different. I feel like we're a lot more confident, and we're going to run our race.
Bob, what's going through your mind right now?
Ooh. Honestly, right now I'm trying not to think about it. I think if I think about it too much this early in the week, I'm just going to get riled up. So I know we're going to have a meeting with Mick just to kind of go over a race plan, but yeah, I guess just kind of looking back on memories of cross country running at Wisconsin, and yeah, just reminiscing a little bit.
Bob, if I'm just a random Badger fan, why should I come out to the Zimmer course on Saturday to watch NCAs?
I think watching cross country is so different than every other sport because obviously I've watched a lot of meets, and you feel kind of involved as a spectator. I feel like that's something that's pretty special. Is a lot of other sports, you're just sitting in the seat the whole time, and cross country, you get to roam around, you get to run spot to spot. Especially when it's our meet and it's at home, and you get to be a part of the Badger Sea of Red. It's something that's really cool. Actually, last time that Nationals was held here, I was in that crowd, and I got to watch Morgan win. It was so surreal. It's such a fun experience, and I think this is the best meet that you could possibly watch if you're a first-time watcher of cross country.